So if you've managed to scale your e-commerce sales beyond 7 figures, but now you feel like customer acquisition is increasingly becoming a challenge, well, this video might be for you. For the past 12 years, I've worked with 8 and 9-figure e-commerce brands to help them increase conversions and figure out landing pages. And here's what happens often when it comes to customer acquisition. First, a brand initially finds product market fit. They scale pretty quickly, new customer acquisition goes pretty well for a while, but then at a certain point beyond 7 figures in sales, and when specifically will highly depend on the brand and what's being sold and how's the competitive space in the market. But at that point, that brand will eventually exhaust that initial highly likely to convert already in the bottom of the funnel type of audience, right? So that audience that potentially converted really, really well in the beginning of a brand for the first couple years, for, the first million or couple million, right? Well, that audience is slowly going away. And it's not disappearing, but it's just you've already been marketing to them for a while. So if you want to scale beyond that and beyond that number that small pool of people offers you, you really have to expand to new audiences. And what that means is as you scale that pool, you're targeting people in an audience that's colder and colder and colder. And their buying stages and how they know about your product and their needs might be a bit different. And it's at this point usually that brands are going to start seeing their conversion rate going down, right? Sometimes I see new brands with a very high conversion rate, and I always tell them, know that as you scale, it may not last. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that, new customer acquisition will become a bit more of a challenge as you scale. But now when brands start seeing that conversion rate going down, obviously you want to fix that. And at this stage, there's also some added complexity because very often a brand at that point have started releasing new products, right? If they only had one or a couple products, they're going to start releasing new SKUs. And while that provides new opportunities to convert customers, it also often adds complexity to the funnel and to your offering. And that can all work together to complicate new customer acquisition. Now, I'm definitely not telling you to stop adding products, okay? There are 3 ways to solve what I just talked about, maybe more, but I want to talk about these 3 specifically. Okay, so first is you really have to start thinking and talking about your offer differently. So while the audience that you initially targeted was a warmer audience, now you have to be able to communicate to colder audiences. For example, maybe you didn't need to talk or define the problem that your product is solving too much in the beginning, but now as you're targeting colder audiences, you'll have to kind of go one level up and start talking a bit more about that. So this shift in messaging is obviously easier said than done, but it's necessary to break through a new customer acquisition plateau. And obviously that will require a lot of testing, A/B testing and optimization, but it is necessary. Now, number 2. You might need to find a new entry offer, okay? Just throwing the same products that you've always advertised on your landing pages and on your website, to this new audience might not be enough, right? So you really have to start thinking, how can I offer to new customers an offer that's irresistible or that makes it enticing for them to make an order, right? 2 great subscription examples, actually. So AG1, for example, Athletic Greens, right? They provide a welcome kit with product samples, a canister, and a shaker to new customers. So that is like a little extra. It's value added, and I think they also offer free shipping. Also, the baby formula brand, Bobbie, instead of just pushing people into the subscription, they do a 2-can trial and free shipping. So people are able to try it out, but, they will have a higher conversion rate and there'll be less resistance than, the usual subscription. And, it's not easy to figure this out. In my latest interview with Sharon Aubert, who used to be the VP of e-commerce and growth at Bobbie, she said it took them a good 6 months with a lot of resources, but it can be done for pretty much any brand. So you just need patience and a rigorous testing process. Now, the third thing goes pretty much with what I just said about the entry offer. But if you have multiple products, your offer is diversifying. And now, you're sending people to a homepage, to collection pages where, they have the choice to buy multiple different things. Well, that can lead to analysis paralysis, and sometimes knowing which product to promote first to convert them becomes a challenge that a lot of brands experience. Now, what a lot of people will do is they'll just promote the product with the highest conversion rate, which makes sense in theory. But what you really want to do is look at which product leads to the best lifetime value over time. So which products that when ordered first, as the first order for a customer, is the product that will over time leads to the most money in your bank account, right? So the highest lifetime value. That's definitely preferable, for example, than spending money promoting a product that people will buy once at a high conversion rate, but then will never buy again, right? Then you're just kind of dumping money. So that's it for today. I know that was quick, but 3 ways to improve new customer acquisition. 1, adapt your messaging to colder audiences. 2, test and find an entry offer that makes it irresistible or hard to say no for new customers in your market to order. And then 3, focus on lifetime value over one-time conversion rate. That's it for today. I'm Raphael. If you like this video, make sure to like and follow.